forgot where I put it. I am.
There you go, right there.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
And if you're watching, you can also look at the handouts because it's free to download. Isn't that right, Arthur?
That's true. You can pick them at bullypulpitgames.com by going to Night Witch's handouts. And follow along because I know for a fact that on the stream they're way too small.
Yeah.
As soon as I become a real professional streamer and I can do the 3500 kilobits, we could do 1920 by 1080 1080p streams. Oh,
you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. But you do want to do 720 with a proper bitrate.
Probably. It's a lot of people can't watch that fucking 1080 shit.
Yeah, but if I was a
America.
professional streamer, I would have transcodes.
Yep.
So you
I
could...
have transcoding, but I still don't do 1080.
I ain't got shit transcoding, okay? I want it. I want it so I can have my high definition YouTube videos.
Oh yeah.
All right. So what marks are you guys taking?
So I assume Dave is not Vetemying this, Mark?
Doesn't sound like it.
I'm not going to kill my co-pilot just so that you guys
no.
can get away from a mark. You kidding me? That'd be silly.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is why you shouldn't split the PCs up like this because
Well,
you can't
so
Vetemaya
here is my thought. There was so much rage over one person crashing a plane and killing the other that I wanted to let you guys do your own roles. So you had no one but yourself to blame if you crashed.
Well, no, I was doing it because I will always do that.
I love your
Not
explanation,
because of
Tyler.
the character or whatever. I'm perfectly capable of killing my own characters. Don't worry about that.
All right. Well, I'll start clumping you guys up next time.
Because, you know, we don't want to lose all of our, like, NPC squadron, right? So, got to be a little bit more realistic about that sort of stuff.
So, what marks are you taking?
I'm gonna I will give my aircraft a personality because that sounds fun.
Okay, what personality and nickname do you want to take? You don't have to decide now. We'll come back to that.
If you go to page 90 through 89, you can see the personalities.
Tatiana, what mark are you taking?
As soon as I find that book, you sent me the
yes, but the actual book has the personalities in it, so it's in page 89.
Oh.
So Arthur, once we get a successful, hits a successful run, then we can head back like we've done our damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can try to get an extra bumming run in if you want.
I will
And
try.
what is that gonna like?
It looks
How
good on
much-
your record, right?
It looks good on my record, right?
That's the
And
kind of
plus-
thing you want if you want to get medals and promotions and not get mocked or slapped on the ass.
Yeah.
I think mechanically, though, it doesn't give you anything, does it? It actually is worse because you're taking additional consequences.
There's the question. You got a full rack of bombs. Are you going home or are you dropping them?
I'm dropping them,
yeah,
man.
see, I don't think I would. Seraphima would not like go back home with bombs on her plane. I don't
So
think.
Tatiana,
So much for Mother Russia, I say, as I fly my plane in there.
Tatiana, what mark were you taking?
Tatiana is going probably after the end of this witness the death of a comrade.
Okay, we can hold off on that.
Let me wait until I see how this bombing run goes, and then I'll
Yeah,
tell
it's
you
gonna go great.
So the target, I want to be clear here. The Hungarian and German infantry are mostly scattered, but you could pick up a few extra kills and definitely, completely rout the unit if you drop your bombs.
That's what I'm going to do.
So which one of you is popping the flare first to go in for the attack run?
Yo.
'Cause sounds like you're both pretty eager. Okay,
Yeah, no.
Sonia, you
Pop that first.
drive your little plane in front of number 66. You line up for an attack run.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
All right, what consequence do you want to take? And then tell me how you do this.
All right, so it is attack run. Plane in your section is damaged.
Okay. Does anyone want to Vetemaya? That
Can't.
you can. Interestingly enough, I get to choose. You can Vetemaya it and be the one to purposely eat that.
Only one of
about
the
to.
wing women, though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And the only wing woman left is Seraphina. You want to eat the hit, or is it going to go through?
This won't kill the other NPC, right?
Nope. It's only
No.
going to damage a random plane.
All right, good. Good.
Okay, tell me how your bombing run goes down.
All right, so I see the bombing run is super successful in the first attempt, and then I sort of like throw my hand up in the air in success, and then I sort of like spin my plane down, and I do it like in like a roll or whatever, and then I drop my bombs on like the remaining infantry that were surprised the first time, because I imagine it's like a. You said they were moving, right?
They are now. Now that they just got the shit bombed out of them.
No, I mean like they were. It was a troop line that was moving. That's what we were bombing, right?
No, they were just like out in the open, like camped for the night.
Okay, then I would aim for like any big structure or whatever that's left. Maybe like a rec tent or like a barracks or something like that. And get any.
There's a hospital tent. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hit that. I would hit the fuck out of that.
Wow.
Okay, so here's what we see happening. There's a doctor inside who's like the German version of Hawkeye, just pulling shrapnel out of some young German lad who's lost his leg, is like bleeding out, and he starts hearing this whistling noise, and he just runs out of the tent with his, doctor lab coat, and he looks up, and the bomb's rapidly approaching, and he just says, "Nacht Hexen," and then the bomb literally splits him apart, blows apart the hospital tent, and like blood and limbs are flying everywhere. Yeah, in the process though, remember that guy on the motorcycle that had the machine gun?
It's the one wearing the night glasses.
Yep, the one wearing the night glasses. His
Just
buddies
spraying the
got the
sky.
machine gun. They hit a ramp and go flying through the air. They're like 5 feet in the air, and the dude with the machine gun is just randomly spraying. And the fuel line on number 66 gets hit, and the plane just wings over, and it's very clear it's taken some damage. Serafina, do you want to continue your attack run after having eaten that hit? That lucky hit from the flying motorcycle?
You still have bombs on your wings.
Yeah, I mean, can turning back trigger an informal interview as well?
No,
Just like,
not after you guys have been successful.
Okay.
Your plane's damaged. You want to drop the bombs? You want to go home?
What if? I mean, I might want to like check in with my
No radios. All you got is flares.
Natalia, right? I can.
Oh
yell.
yeah. You can like get your hand cone out and like scream
Okay,
back
so
at her.
I'm like, Natalia, we turn back or we go forward to glory of Mother Russia.
Natalia
She's like,
sits
"What?"
back, and all you see her do is just grunt.
And I'm like, exactly. Life is so boring, anyways. Let's go. And I go for the bombing run.
Okay, Natalia's like back there, like arming the bombs.
Nice. Okay.
You know what? I think actually like one of the bombs got hit, and so she like climbs out onto the wing and is like getting it ready to drop. So her scarf is like trailing out in the wind. You're going out in the night. You've got your aviator goggles on. You're both being total badasses. Let's see what this roll turns out to be. Oh fuck! All right.
Nice.
Well, the most successful
It's the
bombing
fucking.
run
Is it? It's the fucking guy on the fucking bike.
Yeah.
Like he's jumping through the air shooting you, and you just fly over him. And a
Yeah,
bomb
like they
just,
turn around to hit the ramp again, and they're like looking the wrong way, and the bomb just like bisects into the motorcycle, and then explodes, and the guy's like evaporated.
Yes.
I like how the first bomb was like on a major source of infantry. The second bomb was on like
There's more than one bomb, by the way.
medical
You guys are
tent.
dropping like dozens of bombs at the same
Oh,
time.
okay, and I just like the idea that you focus fired on a single guy on a motorbike with a guy.
hey, that's the guy that shot up our planes. He
Yeah.
deserved to go.
Awesome. Okay, so then I get to choose
One consequence.
one consequence.
I kill my teammate.
A mark isn't an instant death sentence. It just
It
means
is.
that
No, literally, the NPC gets fucking killed.
no,
It's
no,
not
no.
instant, but they will die at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are marked for death, which may happen.
But here's the thing:
in-
every single time that we've done it, it's always been like, "Oh, the seat falls out from the plane. Oh, a piece of shrapnel cuts off their
Yeah,
head."
but that's
Oh.
always been when we suffered
Every
damage.
single
Yeah, but
time.
that's from
Instant
fiction.
kill.
Yeah.
So I can trigger enemy fire, and then if I roll well, I'm fine.
No, the navigator rolls. on
So
that.
unfortunately, your navigator has to roll for enemy fire. which your navigator is an NPC, which means
And-
she can't roll.
She can't do
No.
anything.
No, if you trigger enemy fire,
So then
you're
I can't-
automatically going to take
it's a
the worst
fail.
consequence.
Okay.
It's not
Well,
good.
you can just take the first one.
Yeah, you literally only killed the guy on the motorcycle.
He was asshole. It's worth it.
God.
No, I don't want to take the first one.
I think that's an awesome result, personally, but okay.
Maybe there was literally nothing left to bomb, and you just bombed whatever you could.
Bombed a couple of motorcycle
Like
guys.
that's
and, like,
we have had 2 very solid hits on this. Like
Yeah. Okay.
I
So I'll say that. Yeah.
Okay.
That because I didn't get in quick enough, it's my fault that I couldn't get any good kills.
Yep.
yeah, all of them were already dead.
Yeah, the only thing left was technically like machines, like motorcycles that they had, and
Yeah.
you got rid of them.
So what we see is the 3 of your planes fly away with just like a spray of flame coming out the leaking gas tank that, you know, it looks kind of like the Doofmobile from Mad Max where there's like flames coming everywhere. Your plane's literally just like a streak of fire. On the ground, we see someone crawl out from underneath a motorcycle, and it's Kevin Spacey.
of course.
He does that thing, like, you know that gif where he takes off his sunglasses, where he's like looking up, but then there's another pair of sunglasses underneath.
Yeah.
Then he looks toward the camera and says, "Deal with it."
Yeah. He takes off his sunglasses. There's nothing underneath, but he looks at the camera and he's got his sunglasses back on.
So
Perfect. Yep.
Okay. All right. You guys
Fucking
make it back to
guys.
base. You're all alive. Unfortunately, number 66 has to make a wheels down.
all right.
And is that pilot or navigator that makes that
That's
one?
There's
navigator,
a
right?
pilot.
No, let's see. Wheels
Again,
down
this
is.
We
is
better
why-
make sure.
This is why I gave everyone their own pilot seat.
It's the pilot that does that.
There's the pilot.
On of luck or what?
It is
Oh, no, skill.
skill.
You need to roll skill.
Now,
don't
bear in
like-
mind, at this point,
We've
you
got
also have-
4 fucking mission pool you can use.
Oh,
You can make
you
that
also
an
have
8.
4 mission pool,
Yeah.
which means you can
Seven.
bump to
That's
not
an
be-
8.
Choose 2 consequences.
Okay. Da-da-da.
So you can split 3 harm. If they take 1 harm, do they die, Arthur?
Nope.
No.
So you can put 2 harm on your navigator and 1 on yourself, sort of thing.
That just, yeah. That works.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we get it landed, but the fuel catches fire like on some part of the plane. So we're like get burned up a little bit, and we're in danger.
Did you burn her black outfit? You son of a bitch!
How are you splitting the harm? Assuming that's what you're doing.
Yeah, well, she was in the back closer to the gas leak, so
Oh,
she probably got burned a little worse.
Is
I'm
it
just
2 or
going
3
through the
harm?
Story here. She took 2.
Okay, all right. So she needs some serious rest. Okay, and you take
then
1
I-
harm.
I need to learn what that does because I haven't had that happen yet.
1 harm just means you need a little bit of sleep.
Yeah.
You
you
need
do
a day
nothing-
of not doing anything.
Okay.
That includes ratting us out to the NKVD.
Yes.
No, actually it doesn't
Like-
because that's just he literally just says something. He just has to criticize. Hater.
Always with the criticism.
What it says other
You
consequences.
you know what? You guys seem to like that mission pool. You know when it's on your side, it doesn't just come out of nowhere.
No, it doesn't. And the only time we've ever had a high mission pool is when we had 2 people ratting each other out. Constantly, I might
Yeah.
point
I
out.
would like to point out that Tatiana's constant report writing has also helped out quite a bit.
Yeah, actually. She's got like a tired wrist, probably.
She's got like carpal tunnel developing in her
Yeah.
wrist right now from all of the reports.
So what is the second consequence you want to take?
Oh, and that we're in immediate danger because we have to get like pulled out of the plane.
Oh, you know what? I almost want to have you crash land too soon. So good.
Maybe I like just completely forgot that the left-hand runway is covered in shit and just like plowed right.
You literally lit the shit on fire.
Yeah.
You hit the only shit pile you yourself, as the shovel, forgot to
Like,
pick up.
yeah. Yeah. I'm like, why I stop early yesterday instead of finishing job?
No, I want to see if this is appropriate for the move for like behind enemy
Curse.
lines.
You curse the half-naked fucking boys. Yeah,
That
actually, that's a
probably
good
would be.
idea. We haven't.
Yeah, if you guys have ideas like as to what I should take
So-
for
so
the
I-
fort.
There's actually a skill that people can do for landing, in a different spot, other than
Yeah,
maybe
so-
they had to land early because they ran out of fuel or something.
Behind enemy lines, I think is what he's looking up right now.
Yeah.
And I
You
think
can
that's
also
actually-
land. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
also
'cause
land
we
in a
ran out.
village and stuff like that too, because there is a village nearby us.
Well, I mean, the specific
On a
thing
village.
of the consequences, your landing puts you in immediate danger, which sounds to me like he landed early.
Yeah. So,
Check out the fucking art, man.
oh,
Super
can you
X.
actually see the link? It
I
keeps
can, yeah.
it keeps deleting
I
it
can.
for me. I don't know
What
why.
is this?
I'll post it in the chat so everyone can see it.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Post it in the Roll20 chat, not Skype.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you. I don't know why it's deleting it for me.
Who is that supposed to be, by the way?
That's great.
Raus! Raus! So good. Yeah, I don't know who that's supposed to be, but it's awesome. I see a black uniform though, so it could be Natalia.
She's in the wrong seat though.
Oh well, then it's got to be Sonya, right?
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. Look how unbuttoned her her shit is. I think it's got the
Kalishnikova.
Kalishnikov.
Okay,
Well,
so
Kalishnikov. Well,
like-
it looks a little bit like my picture, but
Yeah.
not quite.
No, it's my character. Fuck you. It's my art. No.
all right, you are an officer, right? Seraphima,
I am a lieutenant.
junior
Junior
lieutenant.
Junior
Excellent.
lieutenant.
Okay, so this is what happens. You have to land early. Like your wheels downing, you land outside the airfield, and there are German like strike patrols trying to reach the airfield, and so you're behind enemy lines right now.
Me and Natalia.
Yeah, so you're marked. You have a pistol, some high energy milk sweets, a map, and a compass.
Yes. Okay.
Actually, don't they get to roll depending on what one they want to roll with?
Yeah, you get to choose. You have put down in or near a village or farm, so you get to roll plus luck.
If you want.
Village farm? I thought that was skill. Or I guess you have it up in front of you. Never
Yeah,
mind.
skill is lonely terrain, far from the front lines.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm rolling
Yeah,
my
so
line.
you're really close.
Oh
to
my
the
god,
red.
these rolls.
Okay,
Well, okay, so hang on a second. Let's work this out, because in order to get to 7,
He's already used.
you already
Spent
used
spent
the,
3.
the pool.
He
so
already
you
spent
can
3
go to
missions
5. You can go to 4.
You can go to
with that.
4,
Yeah, right.
which
is not
still
gonna
shit.
help.
But like I said, guys, getting those 2, 1, no, a 3 is fine. Yeah. So I'm like,
On a miss,
those Germans look friendly. We land there.
You and
They
Natalia
appear to
are
be
both
defecting.
captured.
Let's go. Accept this.
Let's go help them.
Let's go accept their surrender.
Yeah, you're both captured by Germans, and we'll come back
Fuck.
to this in just a minute. So you guys had. So just to be clear, when you guys run these missions, it's not like this is one mission and that's all you run. You do like a dozen of these, and we're just doing like the highlight reel. And so you guys get back, your plane is missing, number 66. And after a while, you have to keep going back out there and keep flying. In the morning time, you find that Seraphima and Natalia are both back at base, and they both have like black eyes and like torn uniforms, and it looks like someone beat them up. And that's when we hear like someone shouting at them. It's Captain Lobadeva, who is the chief of staff for the regiment, and she's just like, Seraphima, I thought you were better than this. How could you get captured by those fascist scum?
The fuel line was pierced. I tried to coast as long as I could on aircraft without using fuel. There was no way to make it. I didn't have the proper draft.
You are responsible for airwomen in your plane. You got captured together? It is your problem. You are lucky that we had patrol of Russian soldiers nearby to help rescue you. The giant flaming plane in the air was pretty good sign. You have Guardian Angel looking out for you. And she points over her shoulder, and we see the incredibly obese and very drunken form of Major D.D. Popov. And he's just like, yeah, my pleasure to help rescue you indeed.
And I'm just like, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Like lots of those.
He's like, you want to come thank me? Drop by my regiment later. And Captain Lobadeva just like turns around and is like, do you have something to say, Major? And we fade away from that discussion, which is not going to go great, to Seraphima being returned to the regiment. And what mark did you take?
Okay, so I got to choose a
Yeah,
mark.
remember that you were not just captured by Nazis, but they also beat you up. So
Yeah.
if you can find something relevant to that.
So did she take harm as well?
No, just a mark.
Wait, it's not
Really?
on the
She
move.
didn't take
Lucky?
the one harm?
No, you still got the one harm from crashing the plane.
Okay.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
You didn't take more harm from, I don't know, getting beat up. That was just
Wait,
like,
what?
For being behind enemy
It's
lines?
not on Pigeon. It's not on Day Moves. Is it Harm and Death?
What are you
Or not?
looking for? Pigeon?
the marks
Oh, it
are
is
on
on
your character sheet on the second page.
So Pigeon,
Number
go to
2.
Pigeon, then go to the second page of Pigeon, then it has marks.
Yep.
there. So maybe make a friend or take a lover, and maybe your lover is like the guy that rescued you.
You
God.
and Natalia. You
No,
bonded
the
in
guy that
captivity.
rescued him. Yeah. Do it. Do it. All right, Thor, I got you back, bro.
If you haven't got your mark yet, I think we had other people who had missed their marks so far, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I still have to do my mark.
Let's talk about that one.
Yeah.
Do you need the marks, Virgil? Is that what you're saying?
I need just have to decide. Which
Yeah, he
one.
has to pick one out. So
Okay.
what's Tatiana taking?
Tatiana, I was hoping to suffer the death of a friend or lover. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish for my party to die so that I cannot die myself. Something that Tatiana has said multiple times.
Tatiana is. Tatiana. All right, so I would like to act against her own best interests. And the way that I see that working is to come to Seraphima's aid. Because I'm pretty sure that Seraphima at this point is in a whole lot of trouble with the NKVD.
Yep.
And more than that, Seraphima has painted a target on the back of Tatiana's uniform and has been gunning for her pretty much this entire time. So I would like to take that mark and do what I can to help out Seraphima in whatever.
I'll tell
is
you
gonna-
what, she has an upcoming NKVD informal interview. If you want to go ahead and use one of your moves to change the accepted truth of the situation from she insulted Deputy Politruk Sveta and crashed her plane and got captured. If you want to change the accepted truth of that before the interview.
Jeez, I don't know how you would.
So
Like that was someone else. That was just totally someone
No,
else.
no,
So
no,
here's
no.
what I-
Everybody
here's-
was drunk, and what happened was this.
so that is, I don't think that would mechanically help her in her interview. But what I can do is eyeball the situation and potentially offer her a bonus on her interview
like
by
that.
trying to offer her insight into how she can navigate this without
Fantastic.
So are we in the day moves
Getting
now? Is that what we're doing?
Yes, technically, yes. The
So what happened at the end of that night then? Considering how well we did and
yeah,
and
we got
lost
the
some-
debriefing. It's happening right now. I just want to make sure to resolve all the marks before we move
Yep.
ahead.
Okay.
So we know that Tatiana's going to act against her own best interest by saving Seraphima. Seraphima, what mark are you taking?
So then I think if Tyler thinks it's cool, maybe I'll make a friend with Tatiana.
I would probably say Tatiana was a little dismayed, but also moderately impressed with your eagerness to continue bombing the German position, even though it was completely decimated. And I think Tatiana's potentially ready to bury the hatchet because she thinks that she's going to need all the friends she can get.
You sure you don't want to take that man as a lover? Come on.
No, I think I tell you like about like you know, the little bit of backstory we got about my mother spying for the Germans, and being, you know, torn away from my arms and like assassinated, and that it like eroded like all my trust. And I'm like it's hard for me not to suspect when, you know, anyone I'm with, I have to always be watching my back, and, you know, I cannot trust anyone. It takes a long time, but I really appreciate you, you know, coming to help me. It was difficult mission, but I'm glad you're impressed with enthusiasm for bombing stinking dirty Germans.
So Natalia comes up, and she's quite a bit taller than you, Serafima, and puts her elbow on your shoulder and turns toward you and goes, "You got to protect your neck."
Who said that?
Yeah,
Natalia.
Natalia,
who was
Widow.
was my
Widow.
yeah,
Okay.
she was my navigator. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so she had to escape with you and then get beat up by the Germans with you. I assume you guys had like
the
a...
Russians. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
like-
entirely sure who did the beating up.
They got beaten up
Germans.
by the Germans because they
Okay.
crash landed in enemy territory, and then
Yep.
the Russians came and saved them.
Yep.
On foot. Okay, so the debriefing starts. It is Chief Politruck, Regimental Politruck Captain Olga I. Barasukova, who you saw yesterday. And she says, "Lieutenant Petrovna, it was excellent work. You are doing well to live up to your rank. I was very impressed by your combat performance, even though you lost the plane. We're having it towed back. It should arrive in the next 2 or 3 days. As such, with the combat capabilities that you've been doing lately, the rate of personnel turnover, I'm going to give you 2 days off until the plane is returned. You should take some rest.
It was the most generous offer.
Why don't you tell me how the mission went? And then I need to have informal, strictly off-the-books meetings with Demidov and Demidov."
Yeah, I swallowed deeply.
Yeah, so you see her like take a file. She had 2 files, and she goes Demidov, and then she throws the other file into the trash, and a picture of Sarah like floats out of it at the last minute.
Yep.
With
Tatiana
a
goes on
fucking
and says,
notebook. Oh my god.
as is in my mission report, it was a very successful mission. Through the zeal of our co-pilots, we were able to repeatedly bomb the German position. Serafima performed admirably despite the damage she suffered at the hands of the German army. Despite taking damage to her plane, she managed to fly the plane nearly all the way back, but as you are well aware, it did not quite make it with the fuel reserves remaining. Yes, overall, I'm very pleased with the performance of my airwomen.
Interesting.
So can I eyeball the situation on behalf of,
Yes.
I eyeball the situation.
You're sizing up a person. Roll
Yep.
plus skill.
Skill 8. I get to ask one question. What are the
So there's
questions?
no negatives for eyeballing?
No, there aren't. Well, it costs some move.
Yes, there are.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
yes.
If you roll really low.
So,
like this.
how can I get the cloud of suspicion to move away from Serafima?
If you say implicate fucking Sonya, I'm gonna just fucking put up with this game. I swear to God. I swear to God, I'll just walk away. That's it. I'm done.
The salt is real.
So, who are we talking to one more time?
You're talking to Captain Olga Barsukova.
Okay, so I was under the impression, as of my last eyeballing, that she had started an investigation against Deputy Politruck, Lieutenant
Sveta.
Sveta
That's true. Yes, but she closed that file after it became clear the only thing she was hiding was her love for chocolates.
Okay.
That was when Seraphima, in fact, drew the attention to herself. So, yeah. You see that, as with any RPG character,